Hello. Just wanted to reach out and send my e-report. As someone that keeps a close eye on the housing market in the DC metro area, I really have to say that the current situation is really interesting. It's interesting for a couple of reasons, but mainly because the national news would have you believe that the housing market's really not doing well at all. But in this particular area, it's quite strong. And so I want to share my screen here with you so I can just show you some stats. But what we're seeing here is that we have a 36.12% decrease year over year from last year, and that's units sold. And so, while that could be concerning to hear that we're actually not selling as many homes in this year area, it's due to the fact that we don't have inventory. And what you see reflected in that is the average sold price actually increasing year over year. So despite that low inventory and high prices, the DC area remains an attractive market for buyers. And so we really shouldn't be too concerned with what the national news is saying. And honestly, if you do have a seller or a friend that's thinking about selling and they're sitting on the fence because they are watching the news, they're missing out on a potential very hot market. I'm running into situations where, again, just like last year, we're waiving contingencies and going over asking price just to get a home. And again, like I mentioned, they could be losing out on an opportunity on a hot market in the spring. But also as a buyer, I know a lot of people are scared about that. The interest rates are higher now. We just had the jobs report come out that was strong, and inflation was higher than expected, pushing up interest rates. So there's a lot of buyer hesitancy as well. But overall, it's really impossible to time the real estate market. A lot of people were talking to me back when interest rates were 3% and saying, hey, I don't want to put 50,000 over asking and no contingencies to buy a house. And they lost out on potentially one of the best markets in history. And we might never see interest rates that low again. So I guess my point is, people who try to time the market end up losing. And we really want to just take advantage of what we have in front of us. And even if interest rates are high, you can always refinance later and get into a lower interest rate once that drops. And then if the interest rates get higher, then at least you have a home and you have stability. Because when you're paying rent for 5-6 years, I mean, you're literally throwing away potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars for nothing. I mean, you have no equity, you have no growth in home value, you have really no protection as well. As a homeowner, you have so much more protections. So sorry for my rant. I get passionate sometimes, but I hope you're doing well. And let me know if you have any friends or family that want to sell or buy a house. I'd love to help them out. And or if they just want to, have a conversation about the real estate market, I'm always happy to talk about it. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.